Hi, I'm Kate from Ashfords and I would like to show you how easy it is to weave. Our new SampleIt loom is the perfect loom for new weavers. You can have it warped up and ready to go, weave a scarf in less than 2 hours. It's quick and easy. The loom includes everything that you need, eggs, clamps, shuttles, full colour instructions. All you need to do is just add yarn. So today I'm going to show you how to weave a scarf just like this one. And some gorgeous yarns from Crystal Palace. We're going to be using Aria as the warp and Sausalito as the weft. Okay, so let's get started. So I've already assembled the loom, and what we're going to do is we're going to clamp it onto the table, clamp the warping peg at the other end. So the distance from here to here is the length of your warp. Okay, so if you can, find the centre of the yarn, place that underneath the loom, and all we're going to do is tie that onto our back stick, and we're going to take a loop of yarn through each one of the slots on the reed. So for this project I'm going to start on the third slot in, and I'm just going to take my reed hook and loop the yarn through, and then I'm going to take it up to the warping peg, and then I'm going to go to the next slot. So each time I'm going around the back stick and continue across. So once you've threaded up all the slots, all you need to do is tie the end onto the back stick. We're just going to take a piece of scrap yarn and just tie it around here. So now we're ready to roll the warp onto the back roller. So if you have a friend, you could ask them to hold on to this end of the warp as you roll it on, but because I'm here by myself, all I'm going to do is put my thumb through the loop, and I'm going to wind it around my elbow. And when I get to here, I'm going to hold the tension, and then I'm going to start winding. So you can click a pull out if you want. So as I wind it around, I'm going to separate the warp threads by placing in a piece of cardboard every revolution. And when I have wound it around one more time and I've just come past this cardboard, that's when I'm going to put in the next one. So I'm going to wind it until I get up to the choke that we tied on here. And when we get to there, I'm going to cut the loop. So now our warp is wound on. We're going to unclamp the loom, and then we can sit down and thread it. So now we're ready to finish threading the reed. We've got 2 threads through each of the slots. It was made by the loops that we put around the warping peg, and we want to take one of those threads and we want to thread it through the eye to the right. So there's my pair, one through the slot, now one's through the eye. One thread from each pair and thread it through the eye to the right. So now we've got all of the slots and the eyes threaded. We're going to tie the warp onto the front stick and take a group about 1 inch wide. And I'm going to split the group in half and come up on either side. So now we want to make sure we have even tension across the warp before we tie it up finally. And to tighten the tension, you can just pull the knot away from you slightly and then tighten it up. And once we've got it right, we're just going to do a half hitch just to hold that in place. Same all the way across. So now we're ready to weave. First of all, we want to get rid of these gaps here. So we take our reed into the up position, take our doubled scrap yarn, place it in there, change it to the down position, don't beat, in the up position, third time, then we're going to beat. So now we're ready to weave. We're going to wind our weft yarn, and I'm just doing number 8 on each side until the shuttle is full, alternating sides. So we've got our shuttle all wound with the whole ball of yarn. So we're going to start with the reed in the down position, and we're just going to take our shuttle through. We're just going to leave a tail about 4 inches at this end, and you're going to bring the reed forward and beat it, and roll the reed up, and then we come back across. And what we can do is tuck this little tail back in, and we can just snip that bit off when we finish. Now when you're weaving, don't pull it in too tight on the edges, and have it on a bit of an angle there, and beat. Now when you're beating, don't beat it really hard. We don't want it compacted and make the fabric too dense. We want a nice soft drapey scarf. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm pinching this so that it doesn't pull it in too tight. We don't want it coming in on the edges. So when your weaving starts getting close to the reed, you'll have to wind it onto the front roller. So to do that, we'll put the reed in the rest position, and we're going to release the back pull, and put the one on. So then we're ready to weave again. So this time when I wind it on, put it in the rest position. My knots here are just about ready to come up onto the top, so I don't want them poking up through my weaving. So I'm just going to use a bit of corrugated cardboard, and you only need enough, doesn't need to go all the way around, just need enough to cover the knots. So I'm going to slide that in and then wind my warp on a bit more, and that will just cover those knot nicely, and we're ready to weave again. Okay, so weave almost to the end of the warp, and just remember to leave enough length for your fringe. Tuck this little tail back in. Okay, now we're ready to cut it off. Just loosen the tension. Okay, and that's it. So we'll just pull this out, release the pull, and then at this end we want to untie our knot. Pull out the scrap yarn. Okay, and then we just want to tie some knots, so just some overhand knots in groups of about 4 or 5. Okay, so that's it. One scarf done. Ready to wear. So that's how easy it is to weave. For more info and more tutorials, visit our website www.ashford.co.nz. Happy weaving!